Hey, so this is going to be the first rendition of my predictions. Before I get to the week 1 predictions, which will be a video for another time, I'm going to start with my overall predictions, starting with who I think is going to win each conference. Going to go through this real quick because I got a lot to cover in this video, and a little amount of time to do it in. The first one, I'm going to do the ACC conference. I have the ACC championship game being between Clemson and North Carolina again this year. I think Clemson wins it again. The AAC, the American Athletic Conference, I have a rematch again in this one of Temple versus Houston, and I think Houston wins it again. In the Big 12, there's no discussion, no conflict in my opinion this year. Oklahoma's going to win it outright. In the Big 10, I have Ohio State playing Iowa, and I have Ohio State winning that one. In the Conference USA, I have Western Kentucky beating Southern Miss in their conference championship. In the MAC, it's Akron versus Western Michigan. I have Western Michigan winning that. In the Mountain West, I have Boise State versus San Diego State. I have San Diego State winning. In the Pac-12, I have Stanford versus USC, another rematch game, and I have Stanford winning it again. So in all 3 of the rematches I have in the conference championships this year from last year, I have the same teams winning. In the SEC, I have a surprise Tennessee versus Alabama, and I think Alabama's going to win that one. In the Sun Belt, since they don't have a conference championship, I have Appalachian State winning it outright. So that's my conference winner predictions. Next comes my preseason top 25. I think Alabama is going to come out number 1. They're starting number 1. I think they're going to come out number 1 at the end as well. Clemson at number 2, both of them undefeated. I have Oklahoma also undefeated at number 3, and at number 4 I have Ohio State at 12-1, their only loss being to Oklahoma. I have Notre Dame at number 5 at 11-1, Stanford at 12-1 at number 6, the only reason they're below Notre Dame being that I have Notre Dame beating them. I have Tennessee at number 7 at 11-2, their 2 losses being to Alabama in the regular season and Alabama in the conference championship. Number 8 is Michigan at 11-1. And number 9 is Ole Miss at 11-1. Number 10 is North Carolina at 11-2. TCU at number 11, 10-2. UCLA at number 12, 10-2. Washington State at number 13 at 10-2. At 14, I have LSU at 10-2. 15, Georgia at 10-2. And at 16, Western Kentucky at 12-1. 17, Houston at 12-1, 18, Baylor at 10-2, 19, Iowa at 10-3, Michigan State at 20 with a 9-3 record, Northwestern at 21 with a 9-3 record. I have Temple with an 11-2 record at number 22. Number 23 is BYU at a 9-3. I have a Navy team who's going 10-2 at number 24, and number 25 is Washington at 9-3. So that's my preseason top 25. As far as the playoff bracket consideration, I have predicted my top 4 of Alabama, Clemson, Oklahoma, and Ohio State. In that order would set up an outline of number 1 and number 4 would be Alabama versus Ohio State, and number 2 and number 3 would be Clemson, a rematch of last year, Clemson versus Oklahoma. I think Clemson wins their matchup again, and I think Alabama gets redemption this time, beats Ohio State, and that leaves us with a rematch national championship. This time around, I see Clemson winning. They were really close last year. I think a second time around, they might actually be able to pull it off. So that's my predictions overall. My conference winners, my top 25, and who I think is going to win the national title this year. I think it's Clemson's year, finally, to pull it all off. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I can't wait for this season to kick off.